for the new administration of Donald Trump in the United States of America. Globalization has broken the limits of financial flows and investors have inadvertently taken full advantage of the opportunities. However, countries and their financial systems must be prepared and ready to utilize opportunities created by financial globalization through appropriate policy support and actions. As you are aware, the Nigerian banking system has also undergone reforms, including bank capitalization and consolidation exercises. The 2004 banking sector consolidation and capitalization exercise, which set the limit of 25 billion naira minimum capital base for banks, brought the banks from 89 to 25, was a noble idea that the Central Bank of Nigeria implemented in line with the emerging developments at that time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we work towards building a $1 trillion economy, we must consider the utilization of our banks to be able to fund, finance, and power the economy.
CBN has worked very hard at this. There are two core mandates of CBN, which is financial system stability and price stability. Nobody talks about the financial system stability because that it doesn't seem to be an issue. They're right on top of it. So all we worry about all the time is always the price stability. But I have to tell you this. They liberalized the banks in 1993 when we had these 89 banks, and then at their wisdom in 2005, they now recapitalized. Now we have a bigger need, much bigger need to recapitalize, not just because of the 1 trillion vision, but because we are facing a complete meltdown. What we call a tsunami is about to hit global community, and also Nigeria will take a much bigger hit than many African countries. And what is that? It's President Donald Trump.
No bank, or no one can develop this country except us. I think that point has to be made. The infrastructure funding has to be done by Nigerian banks. We must take the lead. Even if you get support from outside, it's a support. But banks must be positioned to fund infrastructure in Nigeria. And the infrastructure gap is huge. One of the points made by the chairman here when he was asking questions, I think he didn't seem to be so happy with the answers on how he incentivizing banks to fund infrastructure. And one of those that have been speaking that Nigerian banks are strong enough to manage the reserve of Nigeria. We are. In other countries, we are managing their reserve. Nigeria, take UBA for example. UBA is present in 19 other countries in Africa. In some of those countries where we are present, we have the account of their own central bank. And we have part of their reserve. They have confidence in us to do that. And we are saying that Nigerians should believe in themselves.
CBN has launched a new phase of recapitalization to ensure that banks are better equipped to support larger volumes of lending, absorb shocks, and finance strategic sectors that will drive economic growth. The new capital requirements aim to address systemic risks and challenges of financing large-scale national projects that are vital for meeting our economic targets. Our banks, as we knew in 2005, were primed to be adequately capitalized, such that they will be on sound footing to power the economy through credit. Now, the capacity of the bank to do this is quite dependent on its ability to muster the sufficient capital required to function properly, in addition to raising deposits from the public.